exclusive presentation of the Illinois High School Association. Live from Assembly Hall in Champaign, the boys Class AA basketball semifinals have come to light after a great day of quarterfinals. It'll be Rockford Boylan against Peoria Manual in our Saturday morning opener. Hello again, everyone. Joe Passion back here at Assembly Hall. What a great Friday. 4 quarterfinal games that went down to the final minutes. You may have missed it. You don't have to. We'll go back to the highlights of yesterday's quarterfinal action. Upsets ruled the opening day of the boys Class AA state basketball tournament. Despite Damon Dantzler's 35 points, Peoria Manual came back and beat favored Westinghouse 81-76 behind Brandon Hughes, 25 points for the Rams. Game 2 favorite Rockford Boylan overcame Libertyville's Matt Heldman's 28 points as Boylan All-Stater Lee Lampley got his team to the semis flying high with 25 points. The evening session saw unbeaten Joliet and All-State junior Gary Bell unable to withstand the inside-outside combination of Carbondale's Rashad Tucker and Troy Hudson. In the final game Friday, favored Conant got 19 points from Corey Brown, but fell to an inspired Lions team playing all out for their retiring coach, Ron Nikovich. These are how the brackets broke down yesterday. Manual's win over the House from Chicago sets them in the semifinal opener against Rockford Boylan, who really had a closer game than the score might indicate in their win. Now in the nighttime semis, Carbondale had to fight off Joliet in the final moments, going away by 12. And then, of course, the great win for LT over Conant in that quarterfinal finale, setting the stage here for semifinal game number 1. Let's set the stage for you even further. We talk about the visiting team from Rockford Boylan, and Steve Gores has his team ready to go. And if you've never had a chance to actually go to Rockford, it's actually a nice town. Let's take you down Main Street, USA, with our country company's Main Street footage. Founded in 1834 by Germanicus Kent and Thatcher Blake, Rockford is a town of almost 140,000. Industry, parks, golf courses, and a Rockford landmark, the Metro Center, help form this proud community in northern Illinois. Sights to see in Rockford include Victorian Village, the Rock River, and the famous Midway Theater. Boylan Central Catholic is home to 1979 graduate Jody Maserati Benson, the voice of Walt Disney's Little Mermaid. One thing about both these teams, Boylan and Manual, is they, like most of the teams from the quarterfinals on Friday, were scoring the lights out of this place. Friday was the 3rd largest scoring day of quarterfinal history in basketball here in Illinois. Now, as for Peoria, also a great town in central Illinois, let's take you down the streets of Peoria on our country company's Main Street footage. The central Illinois town of Peoria is in love with their Rams this weekend as enthusiasm runs wild for a state title there. This Illinois river town is home to the Class A baseball Chiefs, the University of Illinois Medical Center, the Peoria Civic Center, and Caterpillar Industries. Peoria comes to Champaign with aspirations of winning their first state basketball title in 64 years. We are down to the Final 4 of boys Class AA basketball in Illinois, and we'll be back to set the stage for Game 1 between Rockford Boylan and Peoria Manual on America's original March Madness. The boys Class AA basketball finals is being brought to you in part by Country Companies Insurance. When it matters most, the country's behind you. The Pepsi-Cola bottlers of Illinois who encourage you to be young, have fun, and drink Pepsi. Your local Ford dealer, home of the best-selling car and truck in America. And by the dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Drink milk, it does a body good. It's Boylan against Manual. The Final 4 is ready to go. And to set the table, let's send it over to center court to Kenny McReynolds and Tom Stocker.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another chapter in what is indeed America's original March Madness. Here in our first semifinal game, we've got two teams that have been among the powers in AA over the past decade, but neither team has been able to come away with a state championship. And Kenny McReynolds, the Titans of Rockford Boylan, in the Assembly Hall for the 6th time, but they have yet to make it to the final game. And obviously, they had a very impressive win yesterday, showing they were a very balanced team, not a one-dimensional team.
No, not a one-dimensional team at all. They had 4 men in double figures, so they really put on a good show yesterday. Of course, they're led by Lee Lampley, but hey, they're going to have their work cut out today against Peoria Manual.
Their head coach, Steve Gores, knows he's going to have a problem handling this tough Peoria team, and right now he's with our Joe Passion.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Coach, how do you handle Manuel's quickness, particularly with your size inside?
Well, we're starting very champion today, gives us a little more quickness, and we'll have 3 quick kids on the perimeter, and we'll try to jam up our post players inside. Manuel's post players don't go outside and shoot, so we want to keep our post players at home a little bit in the lane and have our perimeter players with pressure, and hopefully they'll give us support inside with Melling and Lichetti.
All right, Coach, have a great game.
Thank you very much, Joe.
For coming over. Back over to you, Kenny.
And of course, Rockford, they're led by Lee Lampley, 25 points yesterday, 4 3-pointers, and as you know, Tom, he's the man that got the ball rolling yesterday for Rockford Boylan. This young man really put on quite a show. Not only can he shoot, he's so quick. Now here they come on the bust out down to Lampley for the easy slam dunk, for the easiest 2 he had all day yesterday. This young man can do everything. He can score him inside, he can score him outside.
Meanwhile, Peoria Manual, coached by Dick Van Syke, the winningest coach in IHSA history, but he has not yet come away with an IHSA state title. He started this year with 2 freshmen figuring prominently, a tough schedule, and he was going to be happy just to have 15 wins.
Well, he got his 15. He's also now going for a state title.
He's been outsized all year. Today against Rockford Boylan, a taller team, is nothing different.
Well, you know, that's been one of our problems with most of the teams that we played this year. We aren't very big, and we try to have to use our pressure defense and try to keep the other team off balance. And if we can do those things, make them handle the ball down in the other end of the floor or half court, push them out away from the bucket, we feel that we're in pretty good shape. If we can't do those things, then we're in trouble again.
And of course, they're led by Brandon Hughes, who scored 25 points yesterday. And of course, Peoria shot 62% yesterday afternoon.
All right, that sets the stage for semifinal game number 1. Back with a start. We'll return after these local messages.
And now for the starting lineup, so let's send it over to our public address announcer, Steve Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for today's first semifinal round game, featuring the Titans of Rockford Boylan entering this game with a record of 27-6, and the Rams of Peoria Manual, who come into this game at 25-6. At forward for Boylan, a 6'1" senior, number 34, Barry Champion. At forward for Peoria Manual, 5'8" and a junior, number 12, Ivan Watson. At the other forward for the Titans, a 6'6" junior, number 50, Ryan Melling. At the other forward for the Rams, a 6' junior, number 44, Willie Coleman. At center for Rockford Boylan, a 6'7" junior, number 40, John Luchetti. And at center for Peoria Manual, a 6'2" freshman, number 40, Sergio McLean. At one guard for Boylan, a 6' senior, number 4, Lee Lampley. And at one guard for Manual, a 6' senior, number 42, Brandon Hughes. At the other guard for Boylan, a 5'10 junior, number 12, Ricky Boone. And at the other guard for Manual, a 6'2 junior, number 54, Daryl Ivory. And introducing the head coaches from Boylan in his 14th season, Steve Gores. And for Peoria Manual in his 28th season, Dick Van Syak.
So there are the two coaches. Dick Van Syak, over 800 wins, the winningest ever. He's been to the final game, but has not been able to come away with the brass ring. Here are the starting lineups. Take a look at the height advantage for Boylan, with Melling at 6'6" on the front line, and Lucetti, who really had a great inside game yesterday, at 6'7". But as we said in the opening, it's certainly nothing new for Manual to go against. They counteract with their quickness.
Well, yeah, that's what you do. You don't have the height. You can't make a guy grow. So what you do, you just have to use your quickness.
Starting lineups brought to you by DuPont Canopy, the no-till herbicide. Now our team comparison. Manual getting the edge in field goal shooting. They shot 63% in the quarterfinal game yesterday.
That's pretty good. Of course, we give them all the way down. Then Boylan will go over to rebounding size, but Manual definitely has the advantage with the quickness. And I hope these guys are in shape, because it's extremely warm in here today.
Here are our officials, Tom Starr and Steve McGrath, as we're ready for our first semifinal game. Lucetti against McLean.
Whoa.
Think they're a little anxious?
Just a little bit.
The tip controlled by Ivan Watson, who gets it quickly to the front court to Coleman.
Man-to-man defense for Rockford right off the bat.
McLean. Coleman in the corner to Gayton. Manual very patient on this opening possession. Hughes from outside. It's a 2. And they picked up where they left off with their shooting yesterday.
Yeah, he just had his foot on the line, but a good offensive sequence there for Peoria Manual, moving the basketball, taking their time, getting some good motion.
Boylan would like a little more up-tempo game. So if Manual's able to run and gun like they did yesterday, that would be very comfortable for Boylan. Nice steal inside. McLean with the steal as he intercepted Boone's pass. Hughes, top of the key for 3. Won't get the bounce, and the rebound, Lee Lampley.
Well, Manual, they don't miss many.
They shot 32% from outside the arc this year.
An impressive 62% yesterday.
Out on the block, Lucetti had it slapped away as he was going to the hoop.
Nice
but Sergio McLean.
Nice hand by McLean. Nothing but basketball. Lucetti going to the hoop. See, now watch Lucetti. He has to go real strong here, Tom. See, he's a little weak there. You have to go strong, be aggressive.
He had 21 points and 10 rebounds yesterday. Lampley for 3. Rims a bit long, and the rebound is tipped out to Coleman. Triggers the fast break. This is Hughes laying it in.
Boy, what quickness by Hughes. The entire Peoria team, they're just so quick. Man, they just come out on the bust out. You get the ball down to Hughes. He just outruns everybody.
The Titans still looking for their first points. Inside, nice little soft running jumper for Barry Champion, who came off the bench yesterday for 11 points, including 3 for 3 from three-point range.
First bucket of the day for Rockford.
Hughes over on the wing to Ivory. Now Gayton gets it down on the block.
Manual very patient this morning.
Nice dish off along the baseline. Coleman's open and he banks it in. He gets his first 2. He came into the weekend averaging nearly 13 a game. The pumper a little bit strong as Boone starting off the game cold.
Oh, nice
Coleman
move.
with the numbers. Laying it in is Brandon Hughes. Getting the dish from Coleman.
Well, they're using their quickness. I mean, they get the rebound and they just fly.
Lampley as he works against Coleman. Takes it inside.
He had nowhere to go.
Got a lucky deflection. As now coming in for Manuel is Jimmy Cross, replacing Watson. We've got a timeout with 4:53 to go in the first quarter. Manuel with a 6-point lead, and one of your network sponsors is Country Companies. Back at the Assembly Hall, Tom Stalker and Kenny McReynolds were about halfway through the opening quarter.
Now, see, here's Peoria. They're very, very patient. Move the basketball around, gets it down low, drives the baseline, dishes that right back out. Hey, nice step, nice bank shot, 2 points. They're patient. They're looking for the open man.
And they're taking advantage of Boylan's aggressiveness to defend the basketball, but they're leaving the backside wide open, as you saw on that play. Out of bounds. Boylan will still control. They've only scored 2. We've played just a little over 3 minutes in this first semifinal game. Lucetti, turnaround jumper short, and the rebound controlled by Ivory. And they're on the break. They had McClain, but couldn't get it down to him.
They really fly down court.
McColeman dishes off McClain, and he puts it in. Make that Darryl Ivory. Boy, they all go to the hoop strong.
They go to the hoop strong. Look at the aggressive defense for steal.
Jimmy Cross gets to Ivory. He quickly gets 2 buckets, and Manuel is up by 10.
And they're doing it also defensively. Jimmy Cross with a good steal. Here it is again.
They're like a pesky swarm of gnats. They're all around you, and they're always around the basketball.
Look at the hustle here by Cross. This is a good steal, but the ball goes out of bounds. He just takes the ball away. Just a great, great play by Cross as he takes advantage of the slower Ricky Boone.
Now remember, yesterday, Lampley ignited Boylan, hitting 3 of 3 from outside the arc in the first quarter. Lampley yet to score. He's trying here, and they got a piece of it. Clearing it out is McClain. And getting it away from Cross is Boone. Boone, who's got good quickness of his own, was able to get back. Help break up the play, and they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, the official in the backcourt underneath the basket calls the foul.
On Cross.
Okay, here it is again. Now they're going for the ball. Now Cross and Boone. There's your left arm push.
That was Cross. First foul in the basketball game. Under 4 minutes remaining for the opening quarter. Boylan with the ball, trailing by 10, and you see how Manuel has been able to work it inside despite the fact they've been outside. And there's another foul, and looks like quickly picking up his second is the 5'8" senior Jimmy Cross.
Yeah, that aggressive defense by Cross. And when you're an aggressive defender like that and you're going for steals, the whistle will blow a lot of times.
So they bring in the 5'9" senior Portland Tubbs. And also Coleman getting a breather as they bring Ivan Watson back in at a guard for Manuel.
Well, when you play at this tempo and this pace, you need to play 7-8 men.
Down on the post, the turnarounder by Melling is good. Melling, who averages just 4 points a game.
Nice turnaround jump shot by Melling.
He may have to take it inside offensively because Lucetti, the opposite of yesterday's game, has started off very cold. Nice pop-up by Hughes. Can't bank it in. Rebound tipped out. Tubbs to the hoop, scores.
Cortland Tubbs. Peoria Manuel very aggressive today. Going for the hoop. Everybody attacking the basket. They're not tentative today. They want to get to that state championship game.
They missed connections. Boone tried to cut in on the back door to Melling. Here's the break. Tubbs with a left-hander. Changed hands on the way up.
Got to dunk those.
Goes in and out. Here's Lampley looking for his first points of the game. The first 3 he shoots won't go. Watson pushing it down court. 3-on-2 with the numbers. Watson drew the foul. It was before the shot.
I tell you what, he had a man wide open on the right side. McClain was flying down the right side.
The foul picked up by Champion.
Now here it is again. Now you see Lampley still continuing to struggle. Here's the rebound brought down by Ivory. And boy, you talk about a bust out. Here's Watson. Now he had the man open on the other side. Nice crossover dribble. Didn't see it, but he hit on the arm.
Tell you what, Manuel doesn't need a compass to find the hole. They go to the hoop just like that move by Ivan Watson, the 5'8" junior, who takes it right down the middle and gets his first 2.
Everything going Peoria Manuel's way today.
A 12-point lead for the Manual Rams. And trying to gamble on the steal was Brandon Hughes, who picked up the foul. Notes in this game, Rockford Boylan did not finish in the rankings. They're in their second appearance in the Final Four, but they have yet to make it to the final game. Manual rated 13th. In the Final Four for the 8th time in their last 2 years, 48-12. And again, we mentioned at the top of the show, and Sayak said, I would have been happy with 15. Though with his record, 15 would have been a terrible year.
But he had such a young team. He only had one senior in the starting lineup.
And 2 freshmen figure very prominently. Sergio McLean, we have yet to see Marcus Griffin, the 6'6" freshman. Right now, they don't need him. They're doing much better with the faster, quicker game, cutting into the lane. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. A 12-point lead for Manual, and they have the ball. Watson throws it away. Nice steal by Lampley. Lampley's going to go all the way, a little off balance, forced the shot, but drew the foul.
Well, there's an old saying, whenever you hear the whistle, throw it up. That's exactly what Lampley did at that time. He just threw it up, hoping to get fouled. Here it is again. Lampley in traffic. There's the contact. He just throws it up. That would count if it goes in, but he's at the line now shooting 2.
Tubbs picked up the foul. That is the 4th team foul for the Manual Rams. Melling comes out. They bring in Jeff Belanger, one of their tri-captains at 6'4". He's wearing number 00 for the Titans. The free throw for Lampley, a 76% foul shooter on the year, is no good. 25 points yesterday, including 4 of 7 from 3-point range. And Lampley gets on the board.
Have to get back on defense.
They stepped on the sideline and turned it over.
Well, they're going so quick, they just ran out of real estate there.
Just the 3rd turnover for the Rams. Boylan's committed 4. Nice behind the back move into the front court. Josh Adler
Wide open.
Luke Chasey lets the traffic fly by. He let Ivory clear by, and he puts it in for his first 2.
Well, nice head fake, too, by John. Got his man up in the air. When his man came down, he went up.
Hughes from way outside. And Lucetti picks off the rebound. Boylan, you sense now. Oh, there's the steal. And scoring is Cortland Tubbs.
Hey, did you notice Tubbs looked for help? Nobody was there, so he took it himself.
You just sense that Boylan was about to make the run, and then Tubbs comes through with the steal and converts. Just over a minute remaining, first quarter, 18-7 in favor of Manual. Lucetti to the weak side, and Belanger scores.
Well, nice looking by Lucetti. He saw he was double teamed. When you double team, you look to the weak side. That's where your open man will be.
Rams now have doubled the output of the Titans. It's 18-9. Hughes to his right gets the shot to fall.
Well, they don't miss many, do they? They're 10 out of 14. That's 71% this quarter.
He's got 8. Lampley converts with his first field goal at the other end.
I think Lampley needed that. Now he's 1 out of 5 today. I think he really needed that field goal. Now maybe he can settle down.
Ivory Watson traveled as he stutter stepped at the start of his move. Just over 20 seconds left in the opening quarter. A 9-point Peoria Manual lead. Now they're bringing in the 6'6" freshman Marcus Griffin. When he first started, he wanted no part of varsity basketball. He said, Coach, I'd rather play with the freshmen. Boylan with the ball, looking for the last shot of the opening quarter. That's Dan Fulling. Fulling was hospitalized 2 days ago, dehydrated with a stomach virus. Lampley gets it back near steal by Watson. Lampley, nice double pumper, but couldn't finish it off, but a foul. Just a little reach-in slap.
Well, I think Lampley now is trying to get into the groove after he finally had a chance to get that first field goal. That was a really nice move on the baseline.
Second on Hughes, 5th on the Rams. As now they bring in Jimmy Cross back in, replacing Hughes. And now for Boylan, Ryan Esparza, 6-foot junior, comes in to give John Lucetti a breather. Lampley getting 2 at the free throw line. Cleanly hits the first one. Didn't get his first point till a minute 51 remained in this quarter. Didn't get his first field goal until about 29 seconds ago on the game clock. He now has 5. A 7-point lead. Long pass, and they miss connections.
Out of bounds. Nobody touched it.
Boy, these mistakes are letting Boylan get right back in the game.
Boylan will get the ball underneath their basket.
With 9/10 of a second left.
Because no one touched the basketball.
There is no reason for Manuel. They have the lead. They forced it a little bit in these last few plays.
Yet, see, there are 5 turnovers. The last couple of minutes has really hurt.
And they're giving the Titans the opportunity of getting right back in the basketball game.
Yeah, the ball wasn't touched, so it's out of bounds to Boylan underneath their basket. No one touched the basketball.
Dan Fulling will trigger it inbounds. They're going to bring in some more height as they bring in Willie Simmons. Nice steal by Griffin. As the first quarter runs out, after 1 quarter, Peoria Manuel leads by the score of 20-13. Will return after these local messages. Coming up at halftime, the Class A finals and the Country Company's 3-point showdown, and there are the 4 finalists. Let's take a look now. You sensed at this point that Boylan was getting back in the game until that steal.
Yeah, Cortland Tubbs with a nice steal, the 5th steal of the game for the Rams of Peoria Manuel.
But Boylan, who had a 6-2 run at the end of the quarter to get back in it, opens the quarter with a basketball and a little shove in the baseline by Sergio McLean.
Look at the shooting for Manuel, 71%, but 8 points off turnovers, none for Rockford Boylan.
16 foul for the Rams. Next one puts Rockford Boylan into the 1-and-1. Shooting the 3, Dan Fulling comes up a bit short. The rebound, McLean. One thing you have noticed, Boylan did not panic, even though they were down by 11 at one point, 18-7.
No, they stayed within their ball game. They played their game, and all of a sudden, things started to go their way.
McLean, the power move, banks it in.
Well, that was a nice pass, too. That's a Magic Johnson-type bullet pass.
He's a 6'2 freshman getting his first 2. Bollinger kicks it off to Lampley, shooting for 3, a little double clutch. Peoria bench thought he had shuffled his feet and traveled. There's a 2-on-1 break. Now a 3-on-1. Hughes finishing it off. No. Gets it back. Fights for it off the deck. It's poked away from behind from Coleman by Lampley, but it'll still be Peoria Manuel basketball.
Hey, good heads-up defensive play, too, by Lampley. Just reached around, knocked the ball out of bounds.
Just a little over a minute gone in the second quarter for semifinal game. A berth in the championship game awaits the winner. Lampley the steal and takes it all the way.
Well, Lampley's the quickest man on the Titans team, and he's quick as a cat. And you saw right there his quickness, but he just had a clean strip.
He went over 6 minutes in the game without scoring. Now he has 7. McLean, good vision as he saw Ivory cutting in from the baseline, and Ivory with 6.
Not only a good vision, but also an outstanding bounce pass.
Bollinger swishes it for his second field goal. 20 24-17 Rams. Wasting little time, Ivan Watson. It won't go down. Rebound, Lucchesi.
They waste no time coming down and getting that shot off. Oh, he's wide open.
Lampley for three. He's still to find the touch from outside. They chase down the long rebound.
You don't see Lampley miss many of those. He's 0 for 3 from the three-point arc. Of course, yesterday he hit 4 quick ones. He was wide open. He had to take that shot.
Tony Bird, 5'11" freshman, into the lineup for the Rams. Lampley may have forced that one, but he got it back. Splits the defense, missed again. Tip it by Lucchetti, no good. And McClain this time brings it in. Now Boylan's getting some rebounds, but they're cold from the field. Hughes from the baseline, yes.
Boy,
he's got
tough.
10.
Is he tough or what? When you needed a bucket, there was Mr. Hughes. Nice crossover, decided to take things in his own hands.
9-point lead for Peoria Manual. Champion, a three. Remember, he came off the bench yesterday with 3 big threes. Barry Champion now with 5 in the game, and it's a 6-point lead. As slowly but surely, the Manual lead has been sliced down by the Titans. Tubbs for three, nothing but net.
That's a tough shot by Tubbs because John Lucchetti was right in his face and actually undercut him.
That's only his 3rd three-pointer of the year. Lampley down on the block looking for Lucchetti.
Off McClain.
Or they say McClain forced Lucchetti out of bounds. Either way, it'll stay Boylan basketball.
There's no such thing anymore as a force out, so it had to go off McClain.
4:57 remaining in the first half. One of your network sponsors is All Sport.
One of the players that the Titans will not be able to use today is 6'3" sophomore Charlie Newman. You see him here on the Titan bench. That cast on his right hand, remember he slipped and fell yesterday on the floor. He has a hairline fracture in his right index and middle finger. He'll be lost for the rest of the tournament and is very disappointed. Back to you guys.
Did that in a scramble for loose basketball at the end of the first half yesterday. Didn't see much time, and we'll have to watch the rest from the bench. Under 5 minutes now for the first half. Boylan hanging in there. They trailed by 9. The shot missed by Melling, but away from the ball, a foul.
It's going to go against Tubbs. He put the leg out.
Highest scoring tournaments ever in 72 on Saturday. They scored 639 points. But you see yesterday the 3rd highest. All teams combined with 588 points. 73.5 points a game yesterday. 38% from outside the arc.
But also remember in 72 there was no 3-point field goal. So you talk about getting up and down the court, putting some points on the board. No 3-point strike. Quinn Buckner, Boyd, that's the Thornridge team.
The Thornridge team.
I'm not old enough to remember that team, but I've heard a lot about it.
Thanks, Kenny. Remember it well. Nice crossover move. Hughes on the baseline, a little bit strong.
Good rebound.
Jeff Bollinger with the rebound. This is Boone. Boone taking it inside, kicks it back out to Melling. Bollinger, nice one-hander on the turnaround, gets a kind bounce, and he's got 6.
All of a sudden, Bollinger has become a spark plug. He's 3 for 3 from the field. He hasn't missed a shot yet. Now, see, he's got to stand defensively, though. You see Bollinger, they go right around him.
And they have the numbers, and Ivory finished off the play, banking it in. He's got 8.
See, Bollinger has to move over, have better lateral movement than that. But that's okay. They get it low.
Right in the middle was Ryan Melling, and he's now got 5. Melling was a great comeback story. Twice suffered a broken kneecap. Hughes, a high arching shot over Melling, no. Lampley fights for and comes away with a rebound. Oh, what a nice move by Hughes.
Oh, what a nice steal.
Oh, behind the back by Hughes, and they cash it in. Jimmy Cross, the behind the back feed from Brandon Hughes.
And Cross is the one that had the steal. Oh, save that one for the highlight reel.
Boone inside to Melling for the 2-hand jam. Now Melling's becoming the inside game for Boylan. He's got 7. 5 have come in this quarter.
Well, Boylan is playing Peoria at their own game now.
They're within 6. Remember, early in the first quarter, Peoria Manual jumped out to an 11-point margin. Ross gets it down low. Forcing it up inside was Darrell Ivory. He was surrounded by 4 green jerseys and drew the foul.
Peoria Manual just so quick, though. Here, now watch this steal by Cross. See, all of a sudden, going behind the back was Lampley. Cross tips the ball away, but now watch the behind the back pass. Right back to Cross. For the nice, easy layup. Beautiful behind the back pass by Brandon Hughes to Cross. And it's only fitting that Cross comes away with the hoop. After all, he made the steal, and Lampley was going behind his back.
Lampley, by the way, picked up the foul. That has put Darrell Ivory at the free throw line. He is a 61% foul shooter on the year. And Ivory now with 9 points, and he averages just under 10 per game. He's got 9. Hughes has 10. Tubbs has 7. Those are the top 3 right now for Manual. Ivory short on the second free throw. 7-point Manual lead. 2:42 remaining in the first half. Champion deep from the corner. A 3 is good. Champion now with 8.
The spark plug off the bench. Just like yesterday, he's yet to miss a field goal.
Champion with his second 3-pointer, and it's suddenly a 4-point ball game.
And what's so impressive is that Boylan, they're playing Peoria's style of game.
McLean, too hard off the glass. Here's a Boylan fast break. A 3-on-1. Lampley around. Hughes scores.
Nice dribble by Lampley. You see, he did a little hesitation, switched hands, went around Hughes for the layup.
And the Titans have pulled within 2. Hughes on the line. He hit it. It's a 2. He was smack dab on top of the line.
And he had 2 men on him, but both the guys backed off of him. You got to stay up on him.
Hughes with 12.
There's a quick hand again. Oh,
nice Cross. Look at the move by Cross. Ivory can't score. Gets it back. Came up short again. And Lucetti with the rebound. 1:31 left to go in the first half.
Well, it looks nice, but it's even better when you complete the bucket.
There's a steal. Hughes feeds it down court to Watson.
That's the 8th steal of the afternoon for Peoria Manual.
Just when Boylan was inching closer, Manual turned up the defense and the transition game. Lampley traveled as he took it down the middle, and Gorge can't believe the call.
Let's see if we can pick up the travel. Now here's Lee Lampley to crossover.
I'm not sure I saw it in there unless it was on the crossover move.
That's what Lampley is saying.
Yeah. I think the Titans have legitimate beef on that one. 1 minute to go. You see the turnovers. It's Willie Coleman now to McLean. He has Lucetti guarding him. From the wing, it's off the glass, no good. Griffin the rebound. Oh, and he missed it. He had an easy one on the offensive board, and it rimmed off on that shot taken by Brandon Allen. And a foul in an 8th. And picking it up as Champion.
Here it is again. Now watch Lee Lampley. He's called for the foul. Do you see Lampley coming in? There's a loose ball battle for it right there over the back. Good call. Lee Lampley with the contact on Brandon Allen.
Here we go. Allen has it back out front with 35 seconds left to go. Final few seconds of the first half. McLean looks for help. Now there's a 10 seconds. McLean waltzes right down the middle and puts up a left-hander and scores.
Boy, that's unbelievable. I mean, give him calf hair next time he walks so far.
Josh Adler, it would have counted. We've reached the end of the first half. Boylan, who had pulled within 2, trails by 8 at the intermission at 40-32.
But they have to be happy because this has been an up-tempo basketball game, and the Rams of Peoria Manual love to run and gun. But the Titans have been playing Peoria's type of game, and they're only 8 points down.
Now remember, at one time they trailed by 11. And let's find out what Steve Yours has to say as he's with our Joe Passion.
Well, Steve, certainly you talked earlier about the quickness, and you're putting up with it here. How do you turn it around? How do you slow down Manual?
Well, we have to, take care of the ball better and run half-court offense. We run half-court offense, we score. If we fool around and worry about one-on-one battles out in the perimeter and not move the ball and use our screens and get the ball inside, we're not going to win the game. And we certainly have to take care of the ball better and get it in. Every time we go inside, we're scoring. And I think it's imperative for us to run offense so we get a good shot. And the other end, I think we picked it up. We're doing a little bit better defensively. As long as the referees make sure to keep them off us, because they are hand checking incredibly, out there. So that's important too. But we just have to run offense better and take care of the ball.
Hey, Coach, have a great second half. Steve Gores hopes to push it inside a lot more in the second half. And we'll be back with more of our halftime festivities, including the three-point contest and the Class A dunk. All that's coming up here. We'll break after this word from one of our network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance. We are back here at Assembly Hall, and at the half, the Rams of Peoria Manual leading the Rockford Boylan Titans by 8 as they're in the locker room discussing their second half. But during the intermission, we'll have some more shows to put on for you, some more spectacular three-point shooting. The Country Companies three-point showdown Class A finals is set to begin. We have 4 finalists out here, and like many of the fans are, I'm sure, familiar with the NBA and NC2A three-point showdowns. There'll be 3 racks of basketballs with 5 basketballs in each rack, one on the upper wing, one at the top of the key, and the other on the opposite high wing, and that should make it all that much more interesting. Each basketball and shot made counts for 1 point. No colored basketball, no 5 points or 3 points for that last ball to put in any additional pressure that's already on these kids. Now, these are 4 finalists that got here via Thursday night's preliminaries, which is also in its second year now here at Assembly Hall. A big Thursday night festivities here every year for the AA tournament. And they had 64 kids out here. 4 of them came out, and here's our finalists that are getting ready for this shootout. And you'll see Mike Sumner from Sparlin, also from Montini up in Lombard is Mark Canty, Tori Ruber, Forreston, and Ben Wurzba from Farmington. I talked to all of them just a moment ago, and they seem pretty loose and pretty relaxed. And here to help us with the style, the grace, and the baskets themselves is Mr. Basketball, at least in Chicago, Kenny McReynolds. Now, Kenny, you were probably a three-point shooter back when you had kneecaps.
Yeah, but I didn't shoot well. I took a lot of them. I didn't say I made them, but I used to take them.
But, you and I talked about this last year. The most important thing about getting a good perimeter jump shot off.
I think you have to have the good legs, Joe. You got to have legs and your follow-through, especially in a contest like this, because your legs get really tired.
All right, our first shooter here now, Mike Sumner from Sparlin. He's just a junior, and he's got that great form, Kenny.
Great form, and see, he got a great follow-through, great legs. He hit, 3 out of 4 there.
Mike, a junior, and also a baseball player as well.
See, look at his form. See, I like the way he bends his knees. Good follow-through, good form. That's good. You can tell that right away. See, that was short because he didn't get his knees into it. He didn't get his legs into it. I think he's probably getting tired right now.
Mike's been practicing at school all week and feels that he's ready for this contest. And right now,
he's getting tired. That was good.
7 points so far. Make that 8. 8 points for Mike Sumner.
Man, he's a little guy.
Sparlin High School, just a junior. I guess the size doesn't matter, Kenny, as long as you mention you've got the form and you can get off the ground, get a little lift in that jump shot.
But if you notice, when he started, he really had his legs into it, Joe. He really put the legs into it. And I think that's why he got off to such a great start.
All right, here is Mark Canty from Montini High School in Lombard. He's a senior.
See, he's got to get his legs into it. See, he's all upper body. He's just throwing him up.
Mark is also a
That's
golf
better.
and tennis player. Not sure where he's going to go to college yet. Looking at Northern Illinois, possibly Marquette.
Get your legs into it, Mark. Come on. Bend down a little bit, get some form. There you go.
Needed one to relax.
Okay, see that one he just threw, but it was in. There you go. Nice follow through on that one.
This last rack always seems to be the hottest for the shooters here.
That's good. Ooh.
And he actually got 6 out of that. 6 points for Mark Canty.
There's a lot of pressure on these young guys too, Joe. Here you are on the University of Illinois college floor. You have what, 12,000 people in here. You have TV cameras in your face. So that's a lot of pressure. It really is.
All right, here's Torrey Ruber of Forreston. He's a senior, and although he wasn't working with his coach this week, he felt he might have gotten more help because his dad was working with him a lot this week on that form and getting off the floor.
Well, you always listen to your dad.
That's right.
That's what I tell my daughter. I said, Tamika, listen to me. Forget what your teachers and coaches say. Listen to dad.
Now, does she do as you do or do as you say?
Neither. See, that's good follow through, Joe. You notice his form. Watch his right hand.
Now,
Watch the follow through.
Torrey's got 4 more basketballs going. It is already at 7.
Now he's at 8. See, watch his right hand, Joe. Watch the follow through. Now, if he puts his knees into this one with that follow through, it'll be good.
He's got 8.
Don't look at the clock. See, look at the clock.
So 8 points though for Terry Ruber of Forreston.
What he did there, he looked at the clock and took his mind off what he did. See, he took the shot, but he was looking at the clock. Just worry about the shot. Don't worry about the clock.
Okay, so Torrey and Mike Sommer of Sparlin are tied now with 8 points apiece. And here's Ben Wurzba of Farmington, a junior, and also an excellent baseball player as well.
That was a nice follow through. Put your legs into it, man.
I do want to correct myself. 4 basketballs in each rack, not 5 as I stated earlier.
He's falling back. There you go. That time is a little more stationary. Jump forward. There you go. His last couple he had was falling backwards instead of forward on the jump shot. That's good.
In fact, Ben spent a lot of yesterday, working out at Huff Gym here on the U of I campus on that long distance.
You're going to run out,
getting
man.
real slow on the time.
Well, you know what? It's better to take your time and get the basket instead of rushing it.
So 6 points for Ben Wurzba. So we've got a tie between Mike Sommer of Sparlin and Torrey Ruber of Forreston. So they'll shoot off. Now on the shootout of the Country Company's 3-point showdown, they'll take the top of the key rack away and put the racks along each baseline. So they'll shoot from 2 racks and only on the baselines. So here we go again with Mike Sommer of Sparlin.
See, I like Mike's form. Oh, they shoot at the same time.
Because of the time limitations here at the half, they're forced to shoot at the same time.
Okay, this is just a warm-up. This is just a warm-up.
Okay, let's correct that. They are warming up.
Right through here.
We know how things can be pushed along at this tournament. We thought they might have been forcing the issue here.
So they go to each
So last should go to each side, get a chance to feel that out a little bit, and then we'll have the shootout. Now, the champion of this Class A Country Company's 3-point showdown will get a chance to relax a little bit, and then later tonight, during our evening session, the Class A 3-point showdown champion will battle the Class AA 3-point showdown champion for the Illinois King of the Hill Country Company's 3-point showdown championship.
And the winner, I believe, Joe, gets a nice big crown, right?
That's right. And the bragging rights for a year. So now this time around.
So here's my favorite right here.
All right, Mark will start things. Mike will start things off. There's Mike Sommer of Sparlin.
Man, Mike's ready. Isn't he? Look at his hand right on the rack. See, I like his legs. See, I like the way he bends the knees, gets his legs into it. Come on, got to bend your knees, get the follow through. There you go. A lot better.
He's got one.
Well,
Check that 2 out of the first rack. 5 basketballs in each rack. Actually, they had 4 in each rack. Less than 3 seconds now.
But he's got time to get it off.
And just two in the shootout for Mike Sommer of Sparland. And so now Torrey Ruber of Forreston will have a chance with just 3 baskets, and he could capture the Class A.
Now, here's the reaction. Ball spins around and out. It's, oh, man. See, now, if I'm Torrey, just take my time. I only need 3 buckets, and he has 1. There's 2. Just take your time. Game, set, and match.
That's all he needs is 1 more.
Just take your time.
In and out. He'll try with the second rack.
He has 15 seconds.
Plenty of time. Less than 10, and he gets his third with the rim. He's going to try and get as many as he can.
There's your winner.
So Torrey on a roll here. And at the buzzer, he gets 4, and that's enough, as Torrey Ruber of Forreston, a senior, is our Class A Country Companies Showdown champion. We'll be back with more of our halftime festivities here from Assembly Hall. We're at the break of our boys Class AA semifinal game number 1, and an 8-point lead in the locker room is Rockford Boylan. We'll be back with that and much more from America's original March Madness after these messages.
Cameras right up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt on the far side for the presentation of the 1994 Class A Country Companies 3-Point Showdown Awards. Presenting plaques to the top 4 finishers will be Country Companies.
All right, we're back here at halftime. The Manual Rams, an 8-point lead here at the break. And as you just saw, our Class A Country Companies Showdown Championship. And let's see the awards as they're presented at half court.
And Mark Canty of Lombard Montini. Finishing in second place, Mike Sommer of Sparland High School. And finishing first and advancing to tonight's 1994 King of the Hill contest, Torrey Ruber of Forreston High School. Congratulations to all 4 of our finalists this afternoon.
All right, congratulations then to Torrey Ruber of Forreston. He'll be against the 1994 AA champion later on tonight. Let's send it back over to the center court now to Kenny McReynolds and Tom Stocker.
All right, Joe, thank you very much as we're getting ready for the second half. An 8-point lead for the Rams of Manual, as you see on your screen, 40-32. At one point, Boylan had cut it down to 2 points. And let's take a look at some of that action, Kenny, from the first half.
Well, I tell you what, Peoria Manual, they're so quick. And you just talk about speed. Look at the nice long pass down court. They'll pull it up behind crossover, give it right down to Mr. Brandon Hughes for the layup. They do such a great job with their speed. But hey, what about John Lichetti? Nice head fake, nice layup right there. Boylan a little bit speed. Now you talk about speed and quickness. Of course, Lee Lampley's Mr. Everything for the Titans of Rockford. Boylan, the steal, and the nice layup. But you talk about showtime. Look at Jamie Cross with the nice steal right there. They get it back. Hughes behind the back pass.
Our halftime stats are brought to you by the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin milk. It does a body good. And in the first half, Manual, which shot over 60% in their quarterfinal win yesterday, shooting 59% for the first half here. Boylan shooting under 50%.
Although 48% is not too bad, of course. You look at the 3-pointers. just about even there. Turnovers, pretty good game, except Lee Lampley's only 3 out of 11. That's a surprise. Lampley does have 9 points.
He leads the Boylan Titans in scoring, while Hughes has 12 to lead the Rams as we're underway in the third quarter. Interesting stat, I thought, in the first half, the turnovers, well, I should say 10 for Rockford Boylan, only 6 for Peoria Manual. A testimony to Manual's tenacious defense. Watson, a hanging one-hander, misses the mark. Banging the boards hard inside is Ivory. And scoring, finally, Willie Coleman. He has 4.
Willie Coleman just picks up the loose ball. The ball was just there. Willie decided to just pick it up and lay it in.
Lucetti, nice feed from outside. Boone connected. Finding Lucetti coming down the middle. Lucetti just his 4th point of the ball game. He averages over 13 per game.
Well, he's done a great job on the boards, though. He has 7 rebounds. I think if I'm Rockford, I would do like the coach said, make this a half-court game and just try to dump it inside.
Ivan Watson, though, hits from the outside, and he picks up his 6th point.
But defensively, you just cannot give the Rams a Peoria Manual an inch. I mean, they're shooting over 50%. They shot 60% yesterday.
Ryan Melling banked it in, and Melling with 9. An 8-point lead for Peoria Manual. Right now, both teams just swapping buckets. Coleman, nice move around Lampley. Dishes off and finishing it off nicely, Sergio McLean.
Boy, they do such a great job of passing the basketball. They got the baseline. Coleman had the baseline. They decide to pass the ball. I still think Peoria may be the best passing high school team I've ever seen.
Boy, can Champion bury the bucket when he's open?
Well, he's yet to miss a shot. He's 4 for 4. He was perfect yesterday.
He's now got 10. Again, an 8-point ball game. Coleman down low, turnarounder off the glass and in for Sergio McLean. He had 4 the entire first half, has 4 more quickly in this third quarter. Boone picks it off to Lampley, open for 3, in and out.
But that's his shot.
On the break, this is Ivan Watson. Oh, what a spin!
What a block.
Lampley came in from the backside for the block. And a whistle. And it's going to be a holding foul, I believe, against Champion.
Oh, let's see if we can see this move again. Watch the nice spin move. Oh, what a beautiful move. But look at Lampley. He comes from nowhere and just knocks Watson's shot away. Here it is again now. Just spin move, no travel. Beautiful move, but a great block by Lampley. Nothing but ball, and they battle for the ball as Lampley comes down with the rebound.
A move that would have been a hit in Lillehammer last month. 5:43 remaining, third quarter. Too strong for Darrell Ivory. And Boylan with the rebound. They trail by 10. Remember, they had pulled within 2 in the second quarter. Boone, the shot a little bit strong. Off the rebound. Melling can't get it to go. Hughes from outside. Long on the 3. And Lampley skies for the rebound. Yanks it away from Ivory.
I really believe Rockford has to try to make this a half-court game. You know, get the big boys with Chetty and Melly involved.
Champion.
Oh, McLean.
Losing it to McLean. And he clipped it in. He was off balance as he waited for Champion to clear by him. And McLean puts it in.
When you're hot, you're hot. They're shooting 55%. So everything just seems to fall right in. And watch McLean with the steal. He steps through 2 men, guts in for the steal. And look, he's off balance. Banks it in.
Timeout, a 12-point lead for Manual. One of your network sponsors is your local Ford dealer. Tom Stalker and Kenny McReynolds with you. Just under 5 minutes left of the third quarter, and it's suddenly a 12-point lead for the Rams of Manual. Boylan had cut within 2 at 34-32 in the second quarter. Trailed 40-32 at halftime. Here's Lampley looking for his first points of the third quarter, and he's still looking. But tracking down the rebound is Fulling.
Good hustle.
Boone to Lucetti. Had trouble getting control. Lampley for 3. He gets it.
And that's his first three-point field goal of the afternoon. Good steal by Lampley.
Lampley came up short. Oh, that would have been a big bucket if he was able to convert. Hustling to the front court, Jimmy Cross. Nice no-look pass. Oh, but it spins out for Ivory. Gets it back. Short again. Griffin. No. Oh, they had, what, 4 chances?
They had 4 chances to get 2 points. Nice seal off by Luchetti there.
Luchetti couldn't bank it in, but a nice bounce feed down low from out front and Boone. Here's Lampley again for 3. Uh-oh, he feels it. He's got 15. You've got 2 players in this game, Kenny, that are very capable of taking total control in this game. Lampley and Hughes.
No question. Lampley's starting to feel it right now.
Oh, contact out front. No call. Short on the shot, Willie Coleman. Here comes Boone. Boylan on the run as they've cut it to within 6. Inside Melling. No. Follow up Luchetti for the slam.
Well, see, that's a pass. See, that's a planned play. They just throw it off the backboard. He throws it off the backboard, and Luchetti comes in and slams it.
An 8-point run.
Here it is again. Now watch this. See, this is a planned play. Hey, he knows he's behind him. Just throw it off the backboard. They practice that, and you just come up and Luchetti slams it down.
And suddenly an 8-0 run for the Titans have pulled them within 4 at 50-46.
And the reason I think they're back into the ball game, they're starting to get the big men involved and making this a half-court type of basketball game. Now watch this play. Oh, a beautiful spin move right there by Boone. A little out of control. He'll give the ball up. Now just throw it off the backboard. Just throw it up. Okay, I got it. And down it goes.
And the reason why the big men are getting involved more in the game is because of Lampley hitting from outside.
Right.
Let's take you to the huddle. Suddenly a very pumped up Rockford Boylan Titan team. A little while ago they were down by 12 at 50-38, and now they pulled within 4.
So now they can't get caught up in the excitement. Just keep doing the things that you've been doing. Play smart, intense basketball.
Full court pressure down by Boylan. Watson, though, brings it across the timeline. Let's see how patient Peoria Manuel can be. They work for the good shot. The spot-up jumper rimming, yes. It drops in for Brandon Hughes. His first points of the third quarter as he has 14.
Well, Hughes is their go-to guy, and you know he wants to take control.
Lampley, a rainbow for 3, yes.
That one brought rain.
He has scored 50 twice this year. In fact, he scored 91 points in his first 2 games of the season.
Boy, you talk about a rainbow. That one brought rain.
From the baseline, Hughes, nothing but net.
The All-Stater answers the All-Stater.
5-point Rams lead. The Titans of Boylan with the basketball. On the block, Melling. Off the glass, no. Gets it back, lost it. Fighting for it hard was Coleman. Into the front court, Ivan Watson. Now Coleman down the middle, hangs. Lost it down low to Melling. Stolen back, no. Short off the iron for Ivory, yes, on the follow. McLean with 12, and 8 have come in this quarter.
Yeah, Peoria just tenacious on the offensive board. Just a nice little tip up there by McLean.
Nice steal. As Boone went inside against Watson. Watson with the clean slap away. As the Rams now bring in Cortland Tubbs. Don't forget the Denny's Grand Slam Dunk Spectacular. Between games, the Class A finals in the Slam Dunk contest. Between those 4 finalists, brought to you by Denny's, home of the Grand Slam meal. Back to action, Luchetti couldn't hit it. And Manuel with the rebound. They lead by 7. On the baseline, Hughes, too strong. Rebound, McLean.
Nice pass.
Ivory.
Oh, McLean had nowhere to go. He double teamed from the baseline and gives a nice pass to Ivory. Boy, they do such a great job.
Back to a 9-point Peoria Manual lead. Lampley can't bank it in. It comes off in the hands of Dan Fulling, who gets his first 2 of the contest.
Fulling in the right place at the right time. Now let's see if Manuel goes for the final shot with 44 seconds remaining.
So far, the Rams have been able to withstand a couple of charges by Rockford Boylan. Back in the second quarter, and a run, an 8-0 run here in the third quarter. Oh, he was in trouble.
Look,
and there's a steal by Lampley.
Nice
double pumper off the glass and in. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, he wanted to let Hughes go by him.
He's got 20. 11 have come in this quarter. It's a 5-point game. Hughes, an NBA three-pointer, no. We've got 1 quarter left in this first semifinal game as the Rams of Peoria Manual lead the Titans of Boylan 58-53. We'll return after these local messages.
About Coach Dick Manziak of Peoria Manual, and not only is he the winningest coach, but he's had the most appearances here in the finals. At 7 appearances. Of course, his opponent Steve Gores of Rockford Boylan right behind him there. But the good news for Coach Manziak is, beside another basket here for Manual, he is not the losingest coach in the IHSA. Further research by Scott Johnson, our historian here, has found out there are 2 other coaches on the IHSA books that have more overall losses than Coach Manziak. So he can lose that part of his title. The winningest, yes. The losingest, no.
Oh, what a great move there by Lee Lampley. Did you see that way he made that little V/slash cut? Watch Lampley. He took a step forward, then he comes back door, double team, initiates the contact, uses the glass. He'll be at the line to attempt a 3-point play, and there's his mom.
That foul charge to Willie Coleman. While we were away, Ivan Watson stole the inbounds play for Boylan and converted at the other end. The free throw for Lampley is good. He has 23. He scored 11 of Boylan's 21 third-quarter points. It'll still be Rams basketball. We're in the final quarter. Manuel's lead is down to 4. It's 60-56. And one very interested viewer back in a Peoria hospital is Dick Manziak's wife, who has been hospitalized, and we send our best wishes for a speedy recovery. And obviously she wishes she could be here, but we're glad to bring her the action. The Rams trying to get to the final game. Hughes on the move, draws the foul.
Hughes has had an outstanding game.
Fulling picks up his first. Only the second team foul of this half for Boylan. Manuel with just 1 team foul in this half.
Clean basketball game.
Hughes looking for his 17th point. He's a 77% free throw shooter, but he was a little bit strong on that first one. He is the team leader. Scored 25 points against Westinghouse. 15 of them coming in the final 9 minutes. He missed them both. And Boylan with the ball, trailing by 4, and there's a travel. Losing his balance and losing the ball was Josh Adler, the senior guard.
Yeah, Adler lost control of the basketball. That's why he's traveled. Can't have many turnovers now. Not when you're trailing by 4.
He was in a little bit too deep, but they are able to rescue the basketball as Hughes controls it outside the arc. Hughes just inside the arc. Oh. Yes, oh my.
He's off still comes away with the bucket.
He has 18. 12 of them came in the first half. Jeff Bollinger from outside, long on the shot. It comes out to Adler. Adler, the running one-hander. And the rebound controlled in traffic by Brandon Hughes.
I think you have to get this ball into the hands of Lampley.
Coleman off the break. Yes, the great feed out front from Ivan Watson.
Ivan Watson has put on quite a show. Also running the show, controlling the tempo.
8-point Manuel lead.
In the passing lane is Coleman, knocking the ball out of bounds.
Couldn't catch back up with it. It'll still be Rockford Boylan basketball with 6:20 remaining in the final quarter. Coming back in for Manuel is Jimmy Cross, replacing Watson.
Oh, I guarantee you Watson won't be down long.
And Boone's back in, replacing Adler for Boylan. Boone brings to the front court. Takes it all the way. Missed the running shot. Rebound controlled nicely by Melling, who gets it back out to Boone. Lampley, an 11-point third quarter, looking for his first two of this period. No. Rebound yanked out of there by Cross. The Rams are on the run. Coleman alters his shot and scores.
Oh, again, though, what a great long bounce pass. These are passes you just don't see in high school.
Contact at the other end, a hack out front. The foul, Willie Coleman picks up his second.
These are passes that you just don't see in high school. Watch the long pass. No look, long bounce pass right down to Coleman. He just puts it right into his hand and just lays it right in. That's just an outstanding pass. A no look 25-foot bounce pass.
Lampley for three. It's long, just getting iron on the way down. 10-point Rams lead. They're on the run again, and here is Hughes.
And if you notice Cross right at the free throw line, that's where you want to give it up, right to Hughes, who filled the lane wonderfully. They had a guy on each side. Cross pulls up at the line, gives it up, easy layup.
And we have a timeout called by Rockford Boylan. They're back down by 12 with 5:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. One of your network sponsors is Pepsi. Tom Stocker, Kenny McReynolds with you as we're in the fourth quarter, and watch as the Rams on the break again, opening up a 12-point lead.
Well, the nice long bounce pass by Cross gets it down to Willie Coleman. Here it is again. Now watch Cross. He looks one way, throws the other way. Long bounce pass. Coleman streaking towards the hoop, lays it up and in. Just a beautiful, beautiful play by the Rams of Rockford.
And
Peoria Manuel, and Rockford can't get the ball in bounds.
Right, Champion called the timeout. Everybody was covered.
So now that's 2 timeouts taken.
We'll take a timeout. We're still in the fourth quarter, a 12-point lead for Peoria Manuel. We will return after these local messages. Back at the Assembly Hall, of those two nuns, the one on the right, Sister Anthony, the principal at Rockford Boylan Catholic. Probably saying a prayer or two right now. They're down by 12 as Lucetti couldn't get it in over the iron, and on a held ball, possession will go to Peoria Manuel with 5:10 remaining.
And all of a sudden, everything's going Peoria way. Hey, how bad have things been going for Rockford? During the timeout, the cheerleaders doing a routine. They tried to get one up. They dropped it. Everything's going wrong for Rockford Boylan.
Under 5 minutes now for the final quarter. Peoria with a 12-point lead. They've been able to withstand several charges by Rockford Boylan. And you sense that Boylan will have one more charge left. They have to. They want to pull this one out. And that's thrown up and in by Willie Coleman, who has 10. 8 of them have come in the second half.
Right in the paint. Well, I think you need Lampley now to drill a couple of three-pointers.
Champion, who has the ball, is also capable of doing that. Didn't get much of a screen there from Lucetti. Now Boone, who is one of the heroes of the quarterfinal win yesterday, putting up a three. Yes, he rattled it in. His first points of the game, he averages 13 a contest.
That's one reason they're down. He's 10 points under his average with 4 minutes to go in the game.
An 11-point ball game. with 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Curling out front, Jimmy Cross. Now Hughes, their go-to guy, who once scored 20 consecutive points in a game against Galesburg when they were trailing by 12. Hughes kicks it back outside. McLean had a notion, finds a cutter down the lane. Back to McLean. Again, remember, folks, no shot clock in high school basketball. An extremely patient Peoria team moving the ball very well.
They're not in any hurry.
They've killed off nearly a minute. They've killed off 45 seconds, and now we get a whistle out front. Both Boone and Lucetti out there on cross.
I think that may go against Boone. Now we're going to see some offensive, defensive substitutions.
Boone gets his first.
For Rockford, if they can come back with Jeff Bollinger.
And also coming in will be Walter Hill, a 5'11 sophomore. Averaging just under 4 points a game. He'll give Lampley a breather.
Well, Hill may just be coming in to foul, too. Stop the clock.
And Lampley will catch his breath for the final charge. If Boylan is to make one. Now 3 minutes left. They're spreading it out on the Titans. Oh, they threw it right through the hands of Ivory.
You get Lampley back in. Come on, Lee. Get up, get up, get up. Bring Lampley back in for offense.
They had the shot. The pass was too hard.
It was a hard pass, a little too high also. So now you bring in your offensive team as Melling and Lampley come back.
And you are leading by 11. We're under 3 minutes. Boone going all the way and finishes the play off the glass and in.
Not a good job at all of stopping the dribble penetration by Peoria Manual. They just let Boone go coast to coast.
He's got 5 and a reach-around foul from behind by Champion.
As Coleman was going coast to coast, so now here it is again. Now watch, no one stops Coleman. Hey, somebody step in, stop him. As Barry Champion is called for the reach-over foul right there, going for the basketball. So now you bring 2 guys off the bench again to come in. Walter Hill's back in. And Bollinger's back in. This is your foul team.
So Gore's doing some platooning.
Yeah, what's your foul team? You don't want to get Lampley and those guys in trouble, foul trouble.
2.5 minutes remaining.
Okay.
And there's Champion picking up the foul, but he's in a bit of trouble. That's his 4th.
And that's the team's, what, 5th? So they still have 1 more.
Meanwhile, Manuel still has 5 fouls to give.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? 5 fouls to give. That's a lot.
Now this is Ivan Watson, the 5'8 junior, coming in replacing McLean. They're spinning the revolving door over there at the officials' bench across the way. Lots of wheels spinning on both sides in the semifinal game, and there they get the quick foul from Bollinger.
If that's what you wanted.
Bollinger, one of the tri-captains, a 6'4 senior. He gets his first. And now the next foul will put Manuel into the 1-and-1. And wisely, they put the ball in the backcourt to take up a little bit more time. Under 2.5 minutes.
There's Hill.
Fouled out front.
Okay, now you bring in your scorers. Okay, guys, back up. Here comes Lampley. Here comes Melling. Here comes Champion. Here comes Boone. Okay, here's your scoring team. The foul team can sit down.
It's like changing shifts. 5 o'clock whistle. Day shift leads. The second shift, the swing shift, comes on in.
See, when I played, I was always on the foul team.
I couldn't even make special teams because I was told there was nothing special about the way I played. So
I can believe that.
yeah. Free throw for Hughes is good. Brandon Hughes' mother's not quite confident yet they're in the finals. These minutes aren't going by fast enough for her. Hughes with 21 points. He averages right at that figure, a little bit under. An 11-point Manual lead at 72-61. Boone, great job splitting the defense and goes all the way.
Beautiful job. You know, he just came down, he carried it a little bit, but so what? No harm, no foul.
They kept him scoreless for 3 quarters, but he has 7 now. Down here in crunch time. Manuel with the ball in a 9-point lead, and the reach-in foul by Boone, who picks up his second. Exactly 2 minutes remaining. Is that enough time left for the Titans to mount one more comeback?
You better get some defensive stops, so you need a couple of threes on offense.
And it may be the longest 2 minutes that the Rams have faced in a long, long time. The free throw around and out for Cross. This is Lampley. Tubbs defending him. Lampley, the running one-hander, around and out. Rebound went right through the hands of Lucetti, and it's taken out of there, out of traffic by Cross. And a foul out front. Charge to Ricky Boone.
Now it's just a matter of going to the free throw line for Peoria Manual. So what they have to do is have their best ball handlers and best free throw shooters in the contest now. Hey, you guys, you're winning. Guys, you're up by 9 points with 1:38 to go. Cheer up.
Tell that to the butterflies in their stomachs. That right now are about the size of eagles. Free throw for Hughes is good. 23 in the ball game. He had 12 at the intermission. He has scored 7 here in this final quarter. Once again, an 11-point lead. Boone works against Hughes. Hughes with the block, but Boone gets it back.
Beautiful block.
Underneath the Lampley, and he was blocked off the play by Tubbs.
Yeah, inadvertent contact there by Tubbs, because you know the last thing that Peoria Manual wants to do is stop the clock. But he just undercut Lampley going for the basketball.
A minute 24 remaining in the 4th and final quarter.
Well, watch this block by Hughes. I mean, this is just as clean as you'll get him. He really gets up high.
It's blocked out front. Coleman on the run. And he finishes it off. Coleman with 12. A 13-point lead for Peoria Manual. Melling goes to the hoop and scores.
I like Melling. You got to love a guy that had 2 dislocated kneecaps.
Broken kneecaps.
Yeah, I like a guy like that.
And a foul in the backcourt. I mean, this guy, Ryan Melling, could be the comeback player of the year. Well, the starter is a sophomore.
Here it is again, the breakaway by Peoria Manual. Just a nice, easy layup by Coleman. The crowd wanted a slam dunk, but again, they do such a great job in the passing lane and stealing the basketball.
Hughes with 24. Again, a 12-point lead for the Rams of Manual. A minute 5 remaining. Rams trying to return to the title game for the first time since '91 when they finished second to the Pirates of Proviso East. Here's Boone going all the way. Bank too strong. Lampley fighting for the ball. Turnaround shot good. He has 25 and a timeout by Rockford Boylan.
I think that's their last.
53.3 seconds remaining. Boylan down by 11.
Well, they have 1 timeout remaining. Are you bringing your foul team again?
Back in the 3rd quarter, they got themselves back in it. Pulling within 2 at 34-32. I don't believe Boylan has ever led in this game, unless they led at the very start. But it's been Peoria Manual who's been in control. Let's take you into the Titans huddle.
Okay, got John's rolling your John. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay, who do I got? Hey, we're in straight 100. We don't want to foul use, but you got to foul anybody gets the ball. We're going to go first pass, trap. Don't let everybody run out. So the guy whoever takes the ball to bounds, he can play safety. Switch or back.
Sport Body Quencher. All new, all taste, all performance. Drink All Sport.
Well, no doubt about it. Brandon Hughes, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. He has had an outstanding game for Peoria man.
That has given him now 51 points in the first two
bring
games.
These guys in to foul them. They should have fouled him in the backcourt. This is the foul team. You guys practice all day about fouling. Foul them.
The foul by Ryan Esparza.
Let's bring the scoring team back in. Okay, everybody, let's go.
We can get this orchestrated now. Get a little music going.
Yeah, let's just bring them in. Bring them in.
You've heard of synchronized swimming. How about synchronized substitution? 43.9 seconds remaining.
Good job of coaching, though. Steve Gores. He's going all out.
They've had a tough schedule. This is their 10th game for Boylan in a college arena this year. Hughes, the rim unkind. He stays at 26 points. Under 40 seconds. You see the clock. You see the score. Looking inside for Melling. Blocked away. Coleman is fouled hard by Ricky Boone.
Well, he was going to dunk that one. I think once he got the basketball, he was going on for a dunk. He was going out for the dunk.
4 on Ricky. The winner goes to the title game against either Carbondale or Lyons Township. The loser will play tonight in the consolation game for third place. Here come now Luke Thumb, number 11 for Boylan, at a guard. As Patrick Hand also comes in and got a starting job yesterday. Also coming in, Ryan Peterson, as he replaces Melly. Willie Coleman.
Well, we see Lampley is also on the bench. But I tell you what, you can't say enough about the job Lee Lampley has done for this team. He has his state scoring, but an outstanding job again this afternoon.
Now Manuel making some substitutions. Griffin, the 6'6 freshman, comes in, and Hughes heads for the bench. 26 points in the ball game. Our player of the game, there he is, number 42.
And like a smart young man, he goes and waves to his mom.
Saw just a rather game face still by Hughes. They realize the work's not done.
Well, they want to win the state championship. You know, second place is not what they came down here to do. They want to end up on top.
Under 30 seconds. Luke Thumb to Esparza. Tommy Hernandez. His brother Johnny was on that fourth place team a few years back. Great point guard. Here is Thumb missing with 10 seconds. Rebound, Peoria Manuel, Willie Simmons. Simmons put it on the floor and lost it. Thumb getting it down court. Waiting for Hernandez. A wild shot and it's all over. Manuel's going to the title game with an 80-67 victory over the Titans of Boylan Catholic. Two outstanding coaches meeting there at center court. Both of them have been so extremely great to work with and so cooperative. And Dick Van Sciac, the one thing that's eluded him all those years, the state championship, will have another chance tonight.
And he'll take on either Carbondale or LaGrange. So that really should be a great battle. Of course, a lot of people down here pulling for Ron Nikovich. Wouldn't that be something?
Would that be a coaching storyline in that game, Nikovich against Van Sciac?
Nikovich 25 years, Van Sciac 28 years.
And 45 years overall.
Yeah, but Nikovich has to get by a tough Carbondale Terrier team.
Right. Who proved that they are a power to contend with their quarterfinal win yesterday. Victorious day for the Rams, and they're all down there with Joe Passion.
Well, I guess this is a tournament for the ages because the older and the better records they have, the longer they want to stay. Dick, congratulations. You're going to the finals again.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know, we talked yesterday about how Brandon Hughes, our player of the game, and other players stepped up not only with their quickness, but their great shooting and passing. Tell us how they worked out here today for you.
Well, you know, it's been that way all year long. This guy here is very unselfish. We wish he'd shoot more, and he just rides along, and I have to get on him now and then to pick it up. And we've been together, like I said yesterday, 4 years as we walked off the floor. Brandon says it's been a lot longer than that, Coach. We go back to grade school days, which is true. Isn't that right, Brandon?
Brandon, again, a spectacular performance for you today. Even though you've admitted to me here a moment ago, still a little weak from the other day when you're unable to even eat. It didn't show it on the court.
Yeah, I thought I played well, but I thought Willie Coleman also played very well. He passed the ball very well. And I think we had a better passing game today than we did yesterday.
No matter who the opponent is in the finals, guys, is the defense the key despite the great offense you're showing here in the tournament?
Yes, it's always our defense. We've been living on our defense all year. When we went down to Arkansas, Pine Bluff with the big people, that's where we had to rely on our defense, and that's what we rely on down here.
Okay, let's take a look here at our monitors, our play of the game, and of course, Brandon seems to be a regular here. And again, the great defense here, Coach, on the pressure.
Well, that's like Brandon says, that's been our game all year long, and that's a great pass. And then, this guy can do it all, and hopefully we can come back tonight. You know, we can't jump around and be happy right now. We got business to go look at tonight, and I want to say hello to my wife, Karen, back there in the hospital. We're still there. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, dear.
Hi, Miss Van.
All right, guys, you take care. Have a great time and get some rest. Well, Karen's got to be smiling back at Proctor Hospital in Peoria right now. The coach continues his march to the finals, and we'll be back with more of our halftime festivities. The boys Class A Slam Dunk, the Denny's Spectacular Slam Dunk Contest, is coming up after this word from our network sponsor, Country Companies Insurance.
Back here at Assembly Hall, Tom Stalker and Kenny McReynolds with you. Our play of the game in the semifinal game brought to you by American Airlines and American Eagle. Something special in the air, and this is what has brought Manual to the final game. Play all year long just like that.
Well, the nice steal by Cross, Brandon Hughes with the nice behind-the-back pass back to Cross for the layup. Boy, they really do a great job passing the basketball. The best passing high school team I've ever seen, the Rams of Peoria Manual.
That Manual defense gave them a quick early lead in that game. They held on just about all the way. A couple of charges by Boylan, but a big victory for the Peoria Rams. Coming up, we'll have more from the Assembly Hall after we return after these local messages.
In an ongoing research project to determine the ultimate beverage, I'm isolating.
Our stats brought to you by the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. Milk, it does a body good. Manual shot over 60% yesterday in the quarters, 57% today, 44% for the Titans. And turnovers, Boylan with, as you would figure, the lead in that category. Rebounds dead even.
Okay, a pretty good basketball game, but of course Peoria Manual, hey, they go to the championship game.
So that completes semifinal game number 1 as the Peoria Manual Rams have gone on to the final game, and over 800 victories for Dick Van Sciek. The one thing that's eluded him has been the state title, and he'll have another chance. Second time in what, 4 years here this evening.
And that's what he wants. As we take a look now at the Class A Slam Dunk Contest, let's go to Joe Passion. Joe?
All right, well, down here on courtside, not only do we have 5 experienced judges here for the Class A Slam Dunk Finals, but we've also got unofficial judges in the Manuka Band. Now, let's see those cards. They're already here to show, you know, on this dunk contest, who might have the best. Our first competitor here out on the court. Now, they took their practice dunks.
Hit it again, Joe. This is a pretty good dunk right here. It comes in, little reverse into the Denny slam cam. Nice dunk. 41 points.
So here's David Lesman of Robinson. David's a senior. He's actually been in this country less than a year. He's a native of France and will be attending Purdue after he gets out of Robinson High School.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the reasons why, Kenny.
Yes, nice. He'll be playing basketball for Gene Katie, huh, Joe?
That's it. As long as he can bring those in and give the other Robinson, if you will, some room, I think he might be useful over there in West
I
Lafayette.
like the way he cuffed the basketball, hose onto the rim, and slams it down.
So here's Tyrone Nesby, the crowd pleaser from Thursday night, and the defending Class A slam dunk champion. Here's Nesby going to Louisville and putting on a show.
Oh, he missed it. You know, he's Louisville type of basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
Because Denny Crum, they recruit great athletes. Here it is again. He really takes off, gets up in the air. Yeah, boy, that's Louisville.
He made that one with ease Thursday night. He scored 50 points on his first 2 dunks and missed a scissors attempt in his third. There'll be 3 dunk attempts. They'll take the best 2 scores of the 3, and that total will be what they'll bring for the championship. Here's Chinoa's Joe Moore, and that's the first dunk Joe Moore's missed in a month.
Oh, not a good time to miss one, Joe.
Moore, a senior out of Chinoa, outstanding shortstop in baseball. And again, they have 3 dunks, Kenny, so it's their best 2 they can afford to miss here. Here's Quentin Jarrett now of Decatur St. Teresa. He is also a senior. And he goes in with the good one-handed slam along the baseline.
Yeah, nice rise. Good air time. Nice rise. Here it is again, Joe. Now watch, he just goes up with ease. Good extension on the hands. Not bad at all.
A good 39 points there for Jarrett's second dunk. Now, here's Lesman again. David Lesman.
Oh.
Now, if the player goes up off the floor, that is considered an attempt.
Oh,
He does not bring his feet off the floor, then he does get to take it over. I just asked the judges about that. So that is considered an attempt, and in this case, a miss.
Okay, well, he gets off the floor, Joe, and I guess he lost control of the basketball. Or he didn't decide what he wanted to do.
How about that Denny's slam cam behind the glass? Picking up Tyrone Nesby.
There you go.
Double pump.
That's a 10.
Now there are 5 judges who judge their scores 1 to 10 with a maximum score, of course, of 50. And I think you're right, Kenny. I would imagine.
Oh, they gave
48. You know, I asked the judges, Kenny, prior, now, are you going to be extra hard on Nesby because he's coming back as the defending champ? And they all smiles. You're darn right we are.
Well, that's not fair. I mean, that's 50.
There's Joe Moore again from Chinoa, missing on his second attempt. I'll tell you, Moore was very impressive on Thursday night's preliminaries, making all 3 and some pretty strong dunks. He really was getting off the floor, but showing not that same spectacular type of dunking here in this Class A final. Now here's Jarrett again on his third. Quentin Jarrett, Decatur St. Teresa, senior, undecided on where he's going next year.
This is tough, Joe. Oh. It's always tough when you bounce the ball like that because your timing has to be perfect. You have to get it in the air. There's no room for a mistake. You have to do a perfect. Here it is in the slam cam. Watch. He goes up. He grabs the ball. See, right there, Joe, he fumbled it. As soon as he got it, he fumbled it just for about a half a second.
Got the ball in the lower part of his hand rather than in the full, the palm. So here again is David Lesman of Robinson, senior, native of France. Will compete in track this spring to stay in shape for Gene Cady and Purdue next year.
This time he didn't go up.
There you go. He checked with the judges again and realized if he wasn't ready, come back and try it again.
Oh, underneath the arm.
I think that may have made up for it, Kenny McReynolds.
Oh, you better believe it. Underneath the arm. Hey, I think I saw Dominic.
The man loves it.
Hey, here it is again. Anybody wants to do underneath the arm, and they gave him a 50 and a one-handed slam dunk.
I'll tell you that Denny's slam cam almost as spectacular
See, he
as
got a
their
50,
menu.
Joe. And see, Tyrone Nesby's mad because he thought he deserved a 50. There it is.
Whoa!
That's a 60. That's a 60.
Well, you can listen to the crowd and the band is showing lots of 10s.
Give him a 60, right? 49. 49.
Oh, they are being awful. Of course, the judges know.
Who's the judges? Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles?
The judges know, though, that
who are judges?
That
Stevie
49
Wonder and Ray
is
Charles
actually going to get him in the final again.
Oh, come on, guys.
Now, they'll take the best two, but with his 48 and the 49, that will put Nesby over the top
Let's see that
to
again.
defend his Class A title. Now, remember, Nesby did not win the King of the Hill championship last year.
Hey, let's see that again. If this is a 49, oh, man,
All right,
here it is again. Now, you tell me this is a 49, the guy goes up, does a 360, and brings it down with two hands?
You make the call.
You make the call at home. Here it is again. Watch the extension. Look at the leg strength. Up, around, into the Denny slam cam and brings it down, and he gets a 49. Oh, man.
Tyrone Nesby, of course, will be going to Louisville next season.
He has Louisville written all over him, Joe. That is Louisville type of basketball.
All right, here's our final point totals.
The worst total is thrown out.
And again, the worst of the 3 dunk attempts thrown out, so they just take the top 2 point totals. And Tyrone Nesby, unofficially our winner in the Class A Denny's Slam Dunk Spectacular. We'll wait for the officials, and we take you to center court and Steve Adams at the PA. Getting ready to put out the awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt on the far side for the presentation of the 1994 Class A Denny's Grand Slam Dunk Spectacular Awards. Presenting the plaques to the top 4 finishers will be Denny's district leader, Dick Peterson. Finishing in 4th place with a total score of 51 for his best 2 dunks, Joe Moore of Chenoa High School. Finishing in 3rd place with his score for his best 2 dunks of 81, Quentin Jarrett of Decatur St. Teresa. Finishing in 2nd place with his best 2 dunks totaling 92, David Lesman of Robinson. And finishing 1st and advancing to the 1994 King of the Hill contest with his best 2 dunks totaling 99, Tyrone Nesby of Cairo. Congratulations to all 4 competitors. Joe Moore of Chenoa 4th, Quentin Jarrett of Decatur St. Teresa 3rd, David Lesman of Robinson 2nd, and Tyrone Nesby of Cairo 1st.
Let's go back and take another look by Tyrone Nesby's last spectacular. Watch the 360, gets great lift here all the way. His eyes are in the front of the rim, and he puts it through for a 49. And although a lot of people actually were surprised by not getting a perfect 50,
that's a 50,
it was good enough to win, Kenny.
It was good enough to win, but it's a shame that's a 50. I don't know.
It may be a shame for the Class AA Slam Dunk Spectacular champion, because Nesby may be angry enough and inspired enough by not getting a perfect 100 to come back in the King of the Hill contest that will be contested later on tonight. And we'll be back to set the stage for semifinal game number 2 from America's original March Madness. We'll be back with that live from Assembly Hall. The Lions of LaGrange and the Terriers of Carbondale are coming up next, right after these local messages.